but I want you to go back a bit, okay? See, I want you to tell my audience your own personal journey into this terrain you are in. You see, because it's important, because people listen to you now, like you said, people are asking you, are you a multi-billionaire? Okay. They don't understand how you got here. So please tell us your story, how you got here.
Okay. I think I started some years ago, though I started when I was very young. I do tell a lot of people one very funny, interesting story. I was 4 years old when I had a revelation. I saw men putting on suits. I was standing beside the fulcrum, just like your puppets, the fulcrum. I was standing beside, talking to 5,000 men putting on suits. I was 4 years old. I was 4 years old.
Wow.
I'm in my 40s now, but I was 4 years old. Now, when I saw that, I didn't understand. I didn't understand what it means until about 12 to 13 years. When I started doing this, what do you call it, bed business, which is chicken, where you have to rear those chickens and all that. The native chicken, they have the broiler, the layers, and also the cockery.
Yeah.
So I started that little business in the northern area, particularly in Kaduna State.
Okay.
Yeah, somewhere close to one mechanized infantry division. They call it cow.
Okay.
Cow. So when I started that business, the business lasted for about 3 years. It was really
at that young age.
Yeah, at that young age. So the birds you see the birds, they lay eggs, and before you know, they hatch their eggs. I have a lot of birds there. There's a market they call Kasuwan Talata. Kasuwan Talata means Tuesday market in that area. Okay. So every Tuesday, I take the birds to the market to sell. Then I have these, they call it, what do you call it? Piggy dip. That's those piggy
banks. Yeah.
Yeah, piggy banks. I have one of it. Then that's where I keep the money. At the end of the year, I use the money to buy books. I use the money to buy clothes. I use the money to enjoy myself.
Yeah.
That's how I started anyway. Then I got, at the age of 17, I had a contract with Columbia Records.
Interesting.
Yeah, I sing a lot. So my lyrics, since I'm a good writer, I have lyrics, and also have one or two persons that back me up in music. Then I was singing R&B, which is rhythm and blues, R&B, purely R&B.
Really?
Yeah, I sing a lot. Then what I did was, when I got the contract, they want me, the contract is publishing contract.
Okay.
Yeah, is to publish the songs for various artists who want
to sing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think I had about $20,000 then. So that was the contract. I could remember the man, Eddie Paris. Eddie Paris is my talent coordinator. Was able to manage that business for some time. I think I lost the business after 18 months. Why I lost the business is someone needs to manage me and the business. As I have a manager to manage me and the business.
And the business, yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So I lost the contract anyway, but I was able to make something out of it. That is when I discovered that my talent is very important. My talent is a pivot for me to climb to the top. So I keep working. In 1992, I wrote a poem, and that's a book, a poetry book. If my pen can take me around the world, I know I'll be successful.
Okay.
That's just the title.
Yeah.
So I have some poems in it and all that. It didn't sell. I think it's only 3 people that bought it. Three people bought the book, and I have to leave that. After a while, in year 2020, in year 2007,
okay,
I had to go. I started 2005. I published another one, 2007. That is purely prose.
Okay.
The prose is, I'm coming, let me get it so that you can see it. Purely prose. Okay, look at it here.
Wow.
Waiting test for a 9.4.
Interesting.
Yeah, this waiting test for a 9.4 is a prose. The book sold 300,000 copies.
Very good.
In 3 years. How did the book sell 300,000 copies? It's simple. I didn't take the book to bookstores. No. I connect to schools. I tell them this book can help them. They will give me time to narrate the story. After narrating the story, I use the story to capture people's attention, and people start buying the books from me. I take them to College of Education, polytechnics, university, then schools, secondary schools, and people start buying the books. My book was adopted in many of those schools.
Interesting. That's good.
So I started selling. So I think from all sales and all that for 3.5 years, I sold over 346 or 340 something copies. That's when I knew that, I have a business. I really have a business. I started the publishing company. I moved here and there. In the year 2009, 2 years after, I had to think of relocating out of Nigeria. I was thinking of going to a place like United States. I feel United States is easier for me to sell my knowledge, not Nigeria, because most times they don't appreciate it in Africa. Then, so, but it happened that, okay, I have to connect to AWI. AWI is American Writers and Arts Institute, formerly it was. So I learned copywriting. I think when I was in UK, when I traveled to UK, stayed in UK, because the book also won Best African Series.
Very good.
Best African Series. So when I decided to relocate to UK, when I got to UK, I stayed for some time. Then I had to go into creative writing. I know I'm good in creative writing, but I need to understand the techniques.
Yeah.
I need to understand the techniques on how to become a successful writer.
Yeah.
So it was so good for me, and I mastered writing, the non-fiction and fiction.
See, so this is something I need to learn, because I'm writing 2 books and I'm struggling because I haven't acquired that skill.
Yeah. So after that, what I did is, when I mastered the skill, it became easier for me to understand journalistic writing, editorial writing, persuasive writing, different kind of writing. So I started reading successful writers, their books. How do they write? Now, after that, I came back to Nigeria. I started a business again. I started digital media business.
Okay.
Yeah, the digital media business became successful, which is I started before starting that, I also connect to someone to collaborate, but it wasn't successful. So I started what they call capacity building, capacity training business company in Nigeria here.
Okay.
In Lagos. It was a bit successful because I had close to about 300 to 400 people that I manage. I started going from radio to TV stations to talk about my business. And it was a bit successful. But after a while, I thought about something. What do I do? Should I continue with this business? Why don't I think of going to something else? Why don't I bring in other things to make it successful? So I discovered that business was not thriving because I really need 1 or 2 persons to invest in it. Because it's a physical business where you need to bring in money in terms of logistics, in terms of adverts, radio, TV, and that is
the operations need funding. Yes.
Need funding. Yeah. So I have to look at the business. So 2 years later, I decided to quit the business. So I had to go into digital media business, strictly online. So I do coaching online, I do some of those things online. And luckily for me, I started generating up to about $3,000 to $4,000 in a month, where I write sales copy, brochure, I write a lot, newsletter and all that. Then I do coaching online.
Yeah.
Then I connect to Upwork. The Upwork with a lot of people do, which is freelancing.
Yeah.
I do more freelancing jobs through Fiverr, Upwork, and all that. So my $3,000 raised to about $5,000 to $7,000 monthly. So I started using that money to build up other businesses. So I think the business starts stay for a while. Then I sold the business. In 2015, 2016, I ventured into real estate, into manufacturing, and into tech business.
Okay.
So from 2007, 2006 to 2010, 2006 to about 2016, to about 2020, I made real money. When I mean real money, I made real money. So I had to venture into real estate and also my tech businesses.